During the poker boom, Jennifer Harman was popular among fans and respected by her peers. Despite not being the top female player based on tournament results, many other players appreciated her skills at the cash game tables, where she spent most of her time. Harman is unquestionably one of the most legendary poker players, having been around when the game was far less popular and managing to keep her head above water when all the new players arrived. Harman's induction into the Poker Hall of Fame in 2015 was one of the most fitting tributes to her accomplishments on the green felt. However, if you've been following the poker industry lately, you've probably realized that Jen isn't as active as she used to be. Harman used to appear on prominent shows such as High Stakes Poker and Poker After Dark, but we haven't seen much of her in action in recent years. She also featured on Face the Ace, an intriguing show that pits online qualifiers against professionals in an attempt to beat them and earn $1 million. So what happened to Jennifer Harman? Is she still playing poker? And what other interests has she been pursuing lately? Jennifer Harman may not have appeared as much on TV shows or internet streaming, but she has played a lot. Probably not as often as she used to, but if you go on her Twitter, you'll find a lot of photographs and short videos of her hanging out with the old guard, like Todd Brunson, David Benjamin, and so on. Harman appears to be focusing on cash games as she has in the past. However, she has competed in a few tournaments in recent years. In 2019, she had a few smaller scores at the World Series of Poker, which added to her career tournament earnings of $2.7 million. However, Harman has done fairly well for herself at cash tables, particularly in high-stakes mixed games. Harman appeared on PokerGo's Friday Night Poker broadcast alongside Daniel Negreanu, Frank Casella, Christian Soto, Brandon Mayers, and Christy Arnett. Harman's performance over the last few years are tough to predict, as they are for any cash game players, but she appears to be doing well. Harman, who was born in Nevada in 1964, became interested in poker at a young age. She became interested in the game after watching her father participate in a weekly home game. He eventually caved into her request and agreed to teach her how to play. Harman soon began to take his game more seriously. She entered casinos and poker rooms in Nevada with a phony ID before reaching the legal gambling age. This was the only method for her to follow her interest because online poker didn't exist at the time. Jennifer, as it turned out, had a talent for the game, was a quick learner, and soon began to produce excellent results. Harman's true passion was cash games, but she also built a name for herself on the tournament circuit. Unlike the current school of players, she specialized in games other than No Limit Texas Hold'em, which suited her well. Jen has won 2 World Series of Poker bracelets. The first one came in 2000 after defeating a Limit Hold'em tournament. In 2002, she won her second bracelet in a no-limit deuce-to-7 single draw tournament. Surprisingly, her 3 highest career scores, totaling over $1 million, came from second, third, and fourth place finishes. 2 bracelets, tournament winnings of over $2.7 million, and ongoing success on the green felt were more than enough to secure Harman's spot in the esteemed Poker Hall of Fame. She was admitted in 2015 alongside a fellow professional and another game icon, John Juanda. It is vital to note that Jen's performance in the largest cash games in Las Vegas was critical to her acceptance, as she is the only female player who is a regular in the legendary nosebleed game at Bobby's Room. Simply earning a seat in that game is an accomplishment in itself. Being a constant fixture and earning a profit in the long run against some of the hardest players is quite outstanding. Harman has undoubtedly earned her spot among the poker elite based solely on her results. She is, nevertheless, one of the few women who have succeeded in the male-dominated old-school poker industry. Jen overcame all the hurdles and became an important member of the high-stakes community. In reality, she was one of the players participating in the dramatic game versus Andy Beal, the infamous banker. Harman contributed significantly to the corporation's eventual victory over Beal. Although poker has always been her love, Harman aspired to be more than just a poker player. Jennifer established the Creating Organ Donation Awareness Charity Foundation after suffering with medical concerns and having to undergo 2 kidney transplants. She has also been actively involved with and supported organizations against animal abuse, as well as hosting various charity poker events to benefit causes she is passionate about. Harman is also the mother of twin sons, which she had with her husband Marco Traniello. They married in 2000 and separated in 2013. If Jen's Twitter feed is any indicator, they still appear to be friendly. Despite her accomplishments, Harman has never sought media attention. She hasn't been involved in any controversies, and she's maintained the quiet life of a true poker grinder. Jen, like many other pros, was severely impacted by the closure of Full Tilt Poker. She was one of the platform's sponsored players, so when things went wrong, she had a difficult time in life. Nobody was prepared for what happened. There were rumors at the time that she was struggling financially, but Harman had little to say about it. Despite her difficulties, she never stopped major games in Las Vegas, which is ample confirmation that she was performing well. If you follow Harman on Twitter, you'll know that she's organized or helped organize a number of charity tournaments, particularly those benefiting animal rights. It's one of her true passions, demonstrating that she isn't simply interested in defeating her opponents at the tables. Of course, as the years passed, she had less and less time to dedicate to her work as she focused more on her family and raising her two sons. Jen is a true poker parent, and she's done an excellent job balancing her personal and business lives. Jen Harman's life path suggests that she is unlikely to ever stop playing poker. She's a true example of the old school of players who knew what it was like to live the grind and enjoyed every minute of it. She may no longer have the time or energy to spend long nights grinding away at Bobby's room, but she isn't ready to give up just yet. For someone who has had such a long and successful career in an era when poker was not widely regarded as a profession, she has little reason to retire now. A competent player understands that finding a balance between your personal and business lives is critical to success. Unlike some who have become disillusioned with the game and its increasing competition, Harman is in a strong position precisely because she has never focused on no-limit hold'em. She specializes at mixed games poker, where the competition isn't quite as fierce. Sure, there are good players who have been around for a long time, but there aren't as many fresh guns learning the ins and outs of games like deuce to 7 and 7-card stud. So we'll undoubtedly see more of Harman in the future. With live poker regaining popularity, she may be anxious to participate in some tournaments and improve that aspect of her resume. In any case, if you've been wondering what Harman has been up to lately, the answer is the same thing she's been doing for years. Playing poker, competing with some of the greatest in semi-private high-stakes cash games, and making a lot of money. Jennifer Harman is not just a poker player, but a revolutionary name in the industry of poker. She has helped many girls dream and then pursue those dreams everyone told them were impossible. Don't forget to give the video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel before you leave.